Okay, so if you're with me today, we're starting over because the power went out, and so I want to get this video out to everybody who is not in attendance. So the first thing we're going to do is actually the Shibashi set 2. And we're going to start about the middle of it and work our way back around. And that way people who were here before can continue with it and then stay on if they want. So let's start with the twin dragons emerging from the sea. So we're going to go ahead and step out and bring the 2 fingers of the dragons together and up and down. A nice rocking motion. And if you want to coordinate your breathing with the movements, then you notice you're going to have to slow down on the breathing, because you want to take the air in through the abdomen and then slowly breathe out through the nose. Come back to the other side. Back to center. And now we cross the wild blue ocean. Again, to the side, we're going to push out, down and up, and then cross the ocean with our fingers and pushing to the other side. And each of these exercises, we're doing about 6 repetitions. And back to center. Now we have a lion playing with the ball. So we have to hold the ball. We're going to lift up on 1 foot, turn, step down, and push the ball out. and back to center. Now we have embracing the moon at the Dantian. We're going to lift our arms out, embracing the moon, and bringing it back down to the Dantian. And we have the phoenix spreading its wings. We stand towards the north here, and then gently turn at the waist, come up onto our toes, and spread the wings. Now we step out on one foot. We're going to form loose fists, and we're going to strike on the ears, on the sides of the head here. And back to center. Now we circle the chi around the Dantian, hands on top, so on the disc. Keep the waist still. Turn only at the waist. Keep the hips still and turn at the waist. There we go. I suggest lowering your knees a bit. Regulating the chi, bringing the hands up and down the middle. Moving along the microcosmic orbit, again, using your hands in order to move the chi around the body in a circular motion from the dantian up to the top of the head and then back down. As the fingers move, the chi will move with it. The wind blowing through the willows, we turn, and we sort of do a rocking thing again. And this time, we extend our arms out and pretend that we're the willows and we're blowing through the wind. We'll do the other side. And back to center. Searching for the needle bottom of the sea. We bring our toe out. Circle the arm with short fingers. Follow the line of the leg and come down as far as you can, searching for the needle at the bottom of the sea. And back to center. As we pretend we're a fisherman casting a net, our palms are out, And we go back and forth, turning at the waist. Center. Now we start working the lower portion of our body with the immortal pointing away. We make a circle, point the other way, kick the foot, and lower yourself, keeping the back straight. And back to center. Hands on the hips as we kick out, called the bad boy kicking. And as we kick, we make sure that you can bring your heel all the way down to the floor. But this is sort of a balance exercise, so you bring the heel and not touch the ground. Now we have a holy crane, worshiping the moon, prayer position, same thing, kicking out the rear leg and coming down straight. Get your balance and kick the back leg and come down only as far as you want. And back to center. Yellow dragon, stretching all the fingers, opening all the joints. You stretch, bring the claws up of the dragon, push out, stretching the fingers, and claw our way back, then relaxing all the fingers and hands. Pulling the bow should be an eagle. Cross the arms, push the elbow out, and stretch the other arm out, looking between the fingers and the thumb. And back to center. Collect the chi and push it into the dantian. Hands on the dantian. As we store the dantian, the chi into the dantian, we circle our arms 8 times clockwise, 8 times counterclockwise, sealing in the chi. Reverse. Step in. Step out. Shake a little. The following exercise is called the 5 Tibetan breathing exercises. And we've never done this before, so we'll just take it really slow and see if we can get through this. We always start our preparation in the Wuji stance, sort of a meditative exercise. So everything is slow, methodical. Now we salute the sun. It's a fire element. We form a triangle with our fingers. Lift the fingers up overhead, right above the middle of the head, and look up through the hole. And then we lower ourselves and turn sideways and up, lower, and up. Taking your time. It's supposed to energize your spine, and it connects the pineal gland, pituitary gland, and the thyroid gland. And then back down the center. Now we salute the clouds. This is a middle element for your lungs, large intestines. We form little beaks with our fingers, and we're going to cross at the wrists, downward on the beaks, and upwards on the outside. Closing and opening. Back to center. The third is opening the tiger's mouth. It's the earth element, and it energizes your stomach, the spleen, and the pancreas. And like the Shibashi with the tiger, the lion, we have the tiger's mouth, and it's to the side and opening up. Back to center. The fourth breathing element is scooping needles from the sea. If you recall, we went all the way down before. This time what we're going to do is put our hand between the kidneys, and we're going to be scooping like the water element. On this one, make sure you don't push or strain. It's supposed to be very soft like water. And the last breathing exercise is casting out the chi, the wood element, for your liver. And what you do is hold the moon. And here you have the moon and the sun, so let's hold the moon. Slowly lower your hands. Bring down a column and shape. Next exercise is the bone marrow cleaning, and it's a visualization Qigong. So you have to sort of visualize your body and go inside the body looking at the skeleton. And what you want to do is to essentially whiten the skeleton because it gets gunky. And inside the bones is the bone marrow, and that produces the red blood cells. So you want to visualize going into the bone marrow. As we grow older, that marrow turns yellow. And so what we want to visualize is making it white again, in other words, new, so that it can produce the blood cells in a more beneficial way to our body. So, as with other standing meditations, we relax and step out. And we cultivate the qi by holding a ball again at the dantian, relaxing our body. And as we meditate, lower the hips and lean into the heels of your feet, connecting with the ground, pushing the weight of their top body, all this into the pelvic fold, pushing it down the legs, down the sides of the legs. And in order to get the weight down to the sides of the legs, you actually have to push out just a hair. So you're pushing out just a little bit, and you can feel the weight, rather than being on your knees, it's on the side, and let's just let the weight go into the ground. 6 breaths. And your breathing is arbitrary. You don't have to count or anything. Now we move the ball over up to the heart level. Hands come into a prayer position. And we contemplate listening to the breath in and out, in and out. Slowly lower the hands. Raise the hands up to the heart level. Extend palms out as though touching sides of a wall. Relax, lower the shoulders. Lower the knees, tender floating. This is called standing in the cosmic beam. If you get tired, put your hands down to the dantian. Relaxing more and more, keeping the weight onto the heels. Breathing slower. Tender floating in space. I use micro movements to move my neck, my knees, Relaxing into the elbows, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing my hips, relaxing my knees. I'm floating in space. Gently lower your hands. Bring the hands up over the head into the Buddha stance. One hand behind, between the kidneys. The other hand bringing in the cosmic forces and cleansing the skeleton by moving your hand from the top of the skull to the bottom of your toes, imagining the skeleton, imagining glowing like a bright white light as it cleanses. Switching to the other side when you reach the toes. Gathering the cosmic forces. Cleaning, glowing. The skeleton glowing, glowing, glowing as you lower your hands. Sort of like the dentist cleaning your teeth, making them whiter and cleaner. You're doing this with the skeleton, into the bones. I'm making sure each part of my skeleton is cleaned. And if you don't know all the parts of the skeleton, that's okay. Your hand coming down will automatically clean all portions of the skeleton. Feel the brightness emanating through your body. Giving you strength, vitality. Now we bring the hands together again, the Dantian, meditating on the bone marrow washing, making it from this yellow into a white light, cleaning the inside of the bone marrow. Feeling your body totally cleansing. The upper body is your yang energy, the heavenly qi, and the lower body is the yin energy, the earth energy. In the middle of your body is the yin and the yang, trying to balance the body qi. And we bring down the column of qi and store it back into the dantian. So we've done the Shibashi, step 2, the 5 Tibetan breathing exercises, and the bone marrow cleansing. So I just want to leave you with one more fun exercise, and that's the deer. That's part of the 5 animal play. And what we do is bring the foot out, turn it, bring 2 deer together, and then just turn. Bring down 3 columns of qi. And hope to see you next week. Thank you very much.